Hi, so this is Roseanne from It's All Yoga Baby, and today I'm in conversation with Bhaskar Goswami, who is a yoga teacher based in Montreal, Canada. And he's also the co founder of a very interesting project. Dana provides pay it forward wellness activities in spaces that are donated by people all around the world. So it's basically like the Uber of yoga in a way. And he's in the process of running a campaign to expand this project in very big and in quite interesting ways. So we're going to have a conversation and we're going to hear more about this project and what it means for communities and what it means for the world too. So, hi, Bhaskar.
Hi, Roseanne. Nice to be with you.
Good to see you too. Okay, so I'd like to start off by just asking you to introduce Dana and the concept and how you see it operating.
Well, actually, Roseanne, you introduced it very well. The concept is essentially donation-based wellness practices worldwide. And the steps essentially are the first step, the host offers their space just to be a benefit to their community. It could be any kind of space, a basement, a living room, a backyard, an office space, a cultural center, we say a yacht or a side street, a park, anything really. And for, say, a couple of hours a week, we assign a teacher, we get the word out, and people come and practice. And in the end of the practice, they give whatever they feel is right, completely anonymous donation, and it's a non-profit foundation, so 90% in the current working model goes to the teacher, and we keep the 10% to cover our costs and expand this initiative.
Okay, and so you've been operating this model in Montreal
Mhm.
for how long has it been running in Montreal?
Well, we've been running this now for a little over 11 months, almost a year. And
Okay.
more meaningfully, it's been a little over 6 months, really. So, in just that time, we have 22 classes per week going on in Montreal, with a whole bunch more that want to start now that we've got more visibility with the crowdfunding campaign and hopefully with this interview. So, there's been a lot of traction, a lot of engagement, and yeah, and our intention is essentially to globalize wellness. So, make it accessible to everybody. We call it healthy body, peaceful mind for all.
So in Montreal, as it's been functioning currently, there's been these classes happening like in people's basements, in their living rooms, in their bedrooms, and I'm very curious about the organizational structure of this and how you communicate and how people find out, because it is kind of like this. It's almost like a word of mouth or underground network of
Yes,
of
yes.
yoga, and I'm assuming they're mostly yoga or the other wellness practices.
Well, firstly, we're not in bedrooms yet. Maybe it'll happen later on. The option's open, depending on the size. But it's it's wellness. Now it so
Mm.
happens that yoga is my strong suit, and I know experientially yoga, meditation, and gentle martial arts are terrific for cultivating a healthy body and a healthy mind and spirit. So we're leading with that, but it can really be anything. Right now we have sound therapy on board. We also want to bring in dialogue circles and in nutrition workshops. It could be really anything that uplifts the human condition. And the way we get the word out essentially is, say somebody has a space and they want to offer it. We assign the teacher, and then the teacher, the host, sometimes they're the same person, and the champion of Dana in the local area. We walk around, we deliver flyers in all the doors. Say, you can do about 200 doors in 2 hours if you have three people, and just get the word out. Hey, there's a donation-based class happening in your neighborhood. Come and check it out. It's on Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m., whatever it might be. And let's say if 10% of them show up, it's 20 people. That's a good class. So that's
Hmm.
one way. We also have meetup groups. We put up posters in nearby cafes and supermarkets and so on. And finally, we can also do a little local Facebook ad campaign or Google AdWord campaign. So all those options are there just to get the word out. And
Okay.
we find that once we get that initial momentum, people just invite their friends and family members, and it has a self-sustaining quality.
Okay. Is there an email list?
Um, well, yes, when people register, we
Okay.
do ask for the email address, and we do have a e-letter that goes out, letting them know of new classes coming out and any yoga tips and insights and vlogs. So
Hmm.
yeah, there.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I still find it a really fascinating concept, and it's really, I think it seems like the primary way of communicating is analog style distributing flyers around the community,
Yeah,
which
old
is,
school.
yeah, which is quite different from the vision moving forward, which involves an app, right? So kind of using more technology and perhaps making it more global, it seems. So what I find also fascinating about this is that it's a reminder that these kind of practices, like yoga, don't need to occur in conventional studio spaces, like dedicated spaces. So how does this democratize wellness?
Well, just to mention that the studio spaces, they have their own thing, and this does not sort of relate really, because it's never going to be 50 classes in a localized place with
Right.
massage therapy and tai chi and workshops and seminars and so on. It's and changing rooms and showers and all that. It's in somebody's house, somebody's basement. It's much more rural, much more rustic, much more I like to call it old school, and maybe happen like once or twice, 3 times a week. So it's a different model altogether. And the understanding is that if I just generalize, I haven't done the research, but I'm imagining that in the world, maybe about 5% of the world population have a regular group practice for their body and mind and spirit upkeep. So 95% probably don't have regular practice. And why is that? Primary reasons are maybe they don't have the time, or it's too expensive, it's too far, or there's some misconception or some self-perceived limitation holding them back. Now imagine somebody enjoying a wonderful yoga class and saying, why don't you give it a try? You got a back pain, you can't sleep at night, you got a clenched jaw, your shoulder keeps hurting you. Give it a try, and if you don't like it, it's okay. It takes you an hour, hour and a half. So it makes it very easy for people to give an activity a try,
Yeah.
which is why we call it democratizing wellness. Anybody can just show up and give it a try. There's no registration, there's no expiry date, you never waste anything. And also another way is for teachers. There's so many amazing teachers out there who might not necessarily have all the classes, or might not be able to sustain themselves financially. Here, a yoga teacher can become what I call a yogipreneur, in which what I mean is they control their own financial destiny, since they make 90%, or if they're a champion, 70% of the revenue. The more people that come in, so they have a say over their resources and remuneration. And so in that way, anybody can teach as long as you're properly certified, and you're suitable for what the host is looking for. Anybody can practice, and anybody can be a host as long as the space is conducive for the practice. So that's hence the word democratized yoga.
Yeah. So it's just making it accessible and perhaps easier for people to fit into their schedules and to find something close to them, literally in their neighborhood. So as we've mentioned, this has been running in Montreal for 6 months, a year. And with this campaign, your vision for Dana is for it to become a global project. So how do you see this model being applied in other cities? And has there been interest from any other cities at the moment?
Yes, and I think you were right on the target when you said it's like the Uber of wellness, because that's kind of the idea with the whole app and website. So imagine Roseanne in Victoria or myself in Kingston right now. We pull up our smart device and out pops a geolocator with all the by donation based wellness activities showing up. And then you just click on it, or there's a calendar review. You click on that, and you have a description of the space, description of the teacher, and all the details and how much space there is for the students. Register online. You show up, all this is free, you practice, and after practice, out pops a notice saying, hey, love to get your feedback on the class, and if you wish to contribute towards the benefit of future students and sustaining your community, click here. So that's the paid forward model, and that's why we use the word generosity, because the literal Sanskrit translation for generosity is cultivating the virtue of generosity by giving. So there's a healthiness before the class even begins, because the whole is given the spirit of generosity.
Yeah, and so with this campaign, have people in other cities approached you and been interested in?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, with this campaign, it's been amazing. We've had interest from Dubai, from India, from Mexico, from BC, actually near your end, from Kingston. Where else? New York. So there's been a lot of people, and the answer is yes. Once we have the technology in place, it'll be very easy to launch this project in any area. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fascinating. So yeah, I think that the Uber analogy seems to really kind of help people conceptualize how this will work. It's like,
In terms of technology, yes. I mean, the
Yeah.
differences being that this is, the similarities being instead of a car, you have a space. Instead of a driver, you have a teacher. Instead of passengers, you have students. The difference being this is completely donation-based and it's a non-profit.
Yeah. Yeah, great. So can you tell us where people can go to learn more about the campaign on the internet?
Yes, they can go to indiegogo.com.
Okay.
It's a very popular crowdfunding website. And they can type in on the search word Dana, Daana. So that's the easiest way to find the Dana campaign. And it's live. It's live for at least 20 more days. So we'd love for you, if any of your viewers to check it out, give their feedback, and if they can contribute, that'll be a great benefit. And to find out more about Global Dana itself, our website is globaldana.org.
Okay, super great. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today, Bhaskar, and best of luck with the project. And we're looking forward to a global takeover of Dana and healthy wellness practices.
Global offering. And thank you, Roseanne, and enjoy this beautiful Victoria you find yourself in. I appreciate this time very much.
Super. Okay.